everyone, so today I am showing off a Grixis historic deck that I came up with. This is of course another one of my typical low to the ground builds, but it's pretty consistent and pretty efficient. The only problem it has is it's very much reliant on going against creature based decks. Now, when we do go against those decks, we pretty much win. But when we don't, it feels bad, man. Let's go over this real quick. So first of all, we have Lurrus because every permanent in the deck costs 2 or less. And yeah, for the most part, it's not a whole lot of permanents. This is actually largely reliant on casting non-creature spells. So we'll go ahead and go through the list and we'll discuss how this deck works. First of all, we have 4 copies of Opt. Very simple, scry 1, draw a card. Now, I don't have Brainstorm. I know that Brainstorm is a better option. I just don't have it yet. When I have Brainstorm, Opt is leaving, Brainstorm is coming in. 2 copies of Unsummon because it's not super common that Unsummon is a better option than any of the other things that I have for removal. It's better when you're dealing with things that have Indestructible, and it's better when you only have blue mana open, and that's pretty much it. 3 copies of Fatal Push because I love kicking creatures down. Just kidding, it's just because it's a really efficient removal spell and I don't really have better options at the moment. 1 copy of Inquisition of Kozilek. I don't think I would go up even if I had more copies of Inquisition, because I think at 5 hand removals in a deck that isn't entirely focused on an 8-rack design is more than enough. But from there I also have 4 copies of Thoughtseize. I might consider doing 2 of these and 3 Thoughtseizes because I don't like the life loss from Thoughtseize, but whatever. 3 copies of Claim the Firstborn because I like Claim the Firstborn. It's a really good card for taking stuff from your opponent, reducing the number of things that they have to block with, and as well as giving you a free attacker. 4 copies of Shock, no brainer. 4 copies of Chart, of course, no brainer. 4 copies of Riddle Form. Now, because we're using a lot of instant and sorceries, Riddle Form is going to come out as a 3/3 flyer a lot, and this guy can come down on turn 2, followed up with some pretty devastating damage on turn 3 or 4. Next we have Dreadhorde Anarchist, and this is one of the center cards in the deck. Basically, every single time this card attacks, you get to recast most of the spells in the spell package. So free card draw, free damage, 3 hand looting, free Claim the Firstborn, removing another target, free shock, you know, it's just kind of how it goes. Electrostatic Field, I only have 2 copies of this, but it's Defender, so it's really good for holding things off in the early game, and it's free damage for every single spell that gets cast, and of course, Young Pyromancer, 4 of these, because in the event that it sticks around, and sometimes it doesn't, it makes free bodies, which allows us to win the game a bit faster. Now, playing this is a little bit precarious, but essentially you want to try to get a creature down and have that creature stick, especially if you can get Dreadhorde Anarchist down in the earlier part of the game, and then just cast your other spells as much as possible. And this is part of the reason why things like Brainstorm would be a much better idea, because realistically you don't want to be casting non-creature spells in the early part of the game unless it's to loot for stuff. But you also don't want to be dealing with having creatures when you don't need creatures. You know what I mean? We also have a very small number of creatures, and that's exactly why I have Lurrus. That way, when the Dreadhorde Anarchist gets killed, when the Young Pyromancer gets killed, when the Electrostatic Field gets killed, whatever, I have the ability to bring them back. Plus, of course, you know, life gain is never bad. As for the land package, I have 4 crypts, 4 vents, 4 graves, 3 mountains and an island, just because we have more ways to get black, and we don't really have a lot of black. It's literally just the pushes, the Inquisitions, and the Thoughtseize. But we do have 2 Castle Lockwains. We have a pretty balanced package, and we also have 3 Fabled Passages. And I might actually consider taking that down too and get like a, you know, one of those flip lands. As a matter of fact, well, I'll just look at it later. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and see how it does. In my personal opinion, this deck does alright. This deck has a tendency to either be overpowering or insanely underwhelming. It's got, like, I would say like a 60 or plus % win rate. but it can be a bit of a struggle. Alright. Ever Moist Corn Dog. Ever Moist Corn Dog. People have some amazing names. Okay. So I'm not loving that I don't have a black source here, but the fact that I have mountains and only 3 red spells, it makes it okay. I think we can see if we can't get lucky with our draws, but yeah, I mean, this is either going to go terrible or it's going to go great. Court Homunculus, huh? Huh. I have a deck that would go really well in. Let me keep that in mind. Court Homunculus, okay. So, Mountain next, and turn. Another Court Homunculus. Well, we're gonna burn the first one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a Mountain into Young Pyromancer and end the turn. Obviously. Now, ideally, I think we should be able to empty their board next turn, or make it so they don't have blockers. Okay, so I'm bringing in Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Okay, so we will go ahead and play Steam Vents. Then we will shock the Homunculus. Now we're going to go ahead and attack with the Pyromancer. I don't think they'll black with Magda, and they didn't. So we can chart a course to get free land. Free. Okay, cool. Watery Grave, which means we can start Thought Seizing their hand next turn. A little late to be doing that, but we'll see what happens. The heck is this? Okay, this is weird. Oh no, they have an empty hand when it's too late for me to care. Oh my goodness, okay. That's rough, buddy. Or not too late for me to care, too late for me to do anything about it. Bro, that's painful. Okay. That really limits what I can do. I guess I'll just play the Watery Grave tapped and just end the turn. Yeah, big oof. Alright, we will go ahead and put down, I guess, another Watery Grave. Put Luris in the hands. This just went so badly. Ugh. You know what? I'm not even gonna mess with it. Like, my hand's dead. Even if I got Castle Lockwing down right now, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Let's move on to the next thing, dude. That sucked. What a really unfortunate time to have a great 8-rack hand. Okay, let's see if this is any better. We can actually play the Thoughtseize. Yeah, we should have mulled that hand. That was the problem. So we have a Thoughtseize, we can Anarchist on Electrostatic Field, and we have plenty of other options to keep going. So let's see how this goes. Alright, Grave. Seize. Let's see what we got. They also have Thoughtseize. I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize their Thoughtseize. They'll probably hit the Dreadhorde Anarchist. Yeah, they're already highlighting it. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, pay 2 life. And put down an electrostatic field. Thoughtseize me again, bro. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You Thoughtseize me, how about I Thoughtseize you? Alright, what do you got now? We're gonna take out your Cultivate. How do you like it? I don't know what they're playing. Something that requires a lot of lands. Maybe it's a dragon deck? I don't know. I do know that what I'm about to do is gonna suck. Alright, I got Lurrus in the hand. No. I'm losing most of my life to lands! What a terrible set of games. Someone else came up with a land destruction deck. How about that? And do they have an actual win con other than trying to make their opponent rage quit? Because if not, it's a pretty crappy deck. Alright, what do we currently have in the yard? We have 2 Thoughtseizes and a Charter Course, so we can only use the Thoughtseizes. Alright, so... well, I guess we could shock him at this point. I think we have a better chance of winning than this guy does. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we win just off of shock alone. Yeah. So, I don't know what that hot mess we went up against was, but definitely prevented us from showing off the complete power of our deck. Like, hello, I have an anti-rep deck. Don't you know that you can do a wizard combo? That deck's actually not super great, but it is hilarious. I haven't played it in a while. I gotta put in the new cards. We got that treasure token one would actually be perfect. The one that was just played. Ah, Ugin versus Bolus. Okay, we have 1 land, so yeah, this is obviously a keeper. Okay, we got 4 lands, Electric Field, Pummeler, Shock. We can keep this hand. I think it's gonna be the island that goes back. That's what I'm feeling anyway. I don't want to waste anything, so we'll just go ahead and put this in tapped. And next turn we'll follow up with the Pyromancer. Okay. Pyromancer. Play a creature, not a kill spell. I mean, a guy can hope. Riddle Form's not bad. We'll go ahead and put that down. And then, of course, Castle Lock. Maze Mind Tome. That's a really popular card for me. Ooh, Dreadhorn Anarchist. Can't really pass that up. Well, except I guess when it's not really necessary to play it at the time. I'll play it. Bait out some kill spells, maybe. I can get it back with Lurrus. But I have an Chupacabra. Okay. Mountain again, play the electrostatic fields, and I guess we'll end the turn. See what they play next. Oh my goodness. Well, it's gonna take care of one of their creatures for me, so why not? And I'll just kill the other one. Okay, I'm about tired of land, so we'll go ahead and use this to get probably an island. I don't see why that we would necessarily need that. Put Lurrus in the hand and pass. Clackbridge Troll Hunt. It seems like they're just playing a bunch of really good black cards. Yeah. Okay, I actually can't play Lurrus, which is kind of sad. I can't do anything. I can play Pyromancer and Scry later, and that's literally it. Are you kidding me? I don't need more land. Wait, no, I did need that land. I need a black source. I don't have the creatures for this. I just... really bad, alright. Well, let's go ahead and try one more game with this deck, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Just been getting bad matchups today so far. I mean, I guess that land destruction deck was weird. It wasn't necessarily bad, but yeah, that last game and our first game, hot garbage, man. Really not showing off the true potential here. Okay, Crypts and a Grave. So we have access to all of our colors. This is keep. Alright. Cool. Blood Crypt, enters tapped. Lucky Clover, okay. I see what kind of mess we're getting into. Alright, let's see. Is he gonna put down... Okay, no red source. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that Lucky Clover, bro? Nothing yet, huh? Okay, well, I guess that's a thing then. I think what we will do there's no need to play the charter course yet, so let's do a Blood Crypt, Electrostatic Field, and then I'm just going to attack with the Young Pyromancer. And then on the in-between, I'll either hit them with Shock, or if they put a creature down, I might push it, or I might Shock it. We'll see what happens. Alright. Yep, right there. That's the combo that makes the Clover deck so good. I would know, I've played that deck before. Reaper of the Night, huh? What do you do? Oh, he's forcing me to discard. Okay. So I'm discarding 2 cards. I need to specifically go after the cards that I won't really miss. So since it's going off twice, I'm going to discard the rest of my hand. I guess, given the circumstances, I'm going to want to keep the charter course. So we'll just go ahead and let it resolve and discard all but the charter course. Because in the right circumstances, I can get by with a Dreadhorde Anarchist. That would require me to draw the Dreadhorde Anarchist, but, you know, details, am I right? Falmire Knight. What's the CMC in that? Harvest Fear 4, huh? Doesn't seem super efficient, but definitely devastating for what it does. It's one of those cards you have to play on turn 4, though. Alright, Riddle Form down, Steam Vents, we'll pay 2 life, and then I think the smart thing to do is put Lurrus in my hand and just end the turn. Because I'd rather use Unsummon when it's a bit more meaningful. Alright, let's see. So he goes and gets some lands. One of them enters the battlefield, the other one sticks in the sand. So Swamp down. Forest down. Okay, come on. Alright, cool. Shock. That's actually good. So, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and Shock the Knight. Yeah, we're gonna have that thing become a 3/3. Unsummon the Acolyte. That's rough. Well, let's at least get the scry off of it, since we can't do anything else. I don't really think... Well, yeah, we do need Castle Lockqueen. Alright, well, let's go for that 3 points of damage that we can get. Could probably play the Beanstalk Giant right now. Or the Reaper. So he's going to be attacking with that, I'm pretty sure. It's almost playable in 8-rack. Maybe like a 1-of? I don't know, it's a very circumstantial card. Blockwing down, forest down. Yeah, we will play the Riddle form back again. Let's get him down to 6 life. See how they feel about it. If they do the adventure side of that Foulmire Knight, they're going to guarantee themselves an additional 2 losses of life. The additional 2 points of life because of their lucky clover. Alright, Giant's coming down. I'm not super concerned about that just yet. Now, because my hand is empty, I'm expecting them to swing with the Reaper of Night. Yep, that's correct. Riddle form, not what I was looking for. I guess I have better judgment. I'm gonna walk lane. Okay, that paid off. Okay, Ops. Yeah. That might be what I need to win this. Let's see what this next card is. It's a push! Okay, so yeah, I win here. Alright, so we coasted by on that one with mostly luck, but as you can see the mechanics are there. Still, I think it needs some improvement, so if anybody has any suggestions on how to improve the deck, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Other than that, thanks for watching and have a great rest of the day.